Yeah, everything got to be right.
Here we go.
Yeah, you know.
Sip slow, sip slow, sip slow, sip slow, sip slow, sip slow, sip slow.
Frank Lee, homie.
I'm only sipping this slow. Come with me on a ride. I'm only sipping this slow. Take a sip, I bet it get you right. And I only speak it if it's real, yeah. Only spill it if it's true, yeah. Everybody want the tea, so you already know the deal. I always sip slow. Come with me on a ride. I'm only sipping it slow. Only helping you grow. Tell you things that you need to hear, not only things you wanna know. Keeping you up on your current events, I swear the world's so cold. Talking about marriage and sports too. Man, you gotta catch the show. You better believe me. Got Allen T. Weezy, J. Marson, that JT, make it look easy. Whenever they speaking about any topic, if I spoke about it, I was really about it. Ain't no front, I was real about it. In my white cup, it got Hen inside it. It's a message for everybody. Now I'm only sipping this slow. Come with me on a ride. I'm only sipping this slow. Take a sip, I bet it get you right. And I only speak it if it's real, yeah. Only spill it if it's true, yeah. Everybody want the tea, so you already know the deal. I always sip slow. Come with me on a ride. I'm only sipping it slow.
Welcome to the Sip Slow Podcast. And it's your boy, Mr. Money Don't Sleep. So T Weezy can't rest.
What's the deal? What's the deal? It's your boy J Dub, man. Good to see everybody this morning.
Yo, what's happening, man? Al, checking in.
Hey,
Yeah,
Al.
man. What y'all sipping on today, fellas?
Oh man. Shoot. After a long night, man, I got a little coffee this morning, man, with some French French vanilla cream in it for now.
Okay.
How
Okay, well.
Well,
about you, Al?
my night wasn't that bad, so but my morning was kind of hectic. So I was gonna sip on a little H2O. I said, "Oh, what the hell? I got some cold Heinekens in here, so I'm gonna sip on these Heinekens." But we ain't gonna do the H&A. We're gonna just do the Heineken.
Oh, you ain't doing that
Okay.
today, huh?
Nah, I'm gonna chill right now.
Awesome,
Man,
man.
I'm on this cranberry grape juice, man. Juice. Dub was kind of pulling them a little strong last night,
I know,
so
man.
yeah, man. I'm just kind of getting it back together. You know what I'm saying?
Man, we had a good little time, man. I don't know if it was that strong.
So
Y'all fill
well,
me in on that, man. What y'all do yesterday? I don't know nothing about this.
Man,
well,
my
go ahead,
daughter
Dub.
graduated, man, Friday, and her birthday was yesterday. So we had a little family over, a little gathering here at the crib, and
Okay.
Thomas and the boys had a chance to come hang out, man. So we just had a good little time yesterday.
Oh man, congratulations on the graduation and happy birthday.
Appreciate that, Al.
Yeah. So yeah, we fell through, man, and
Hopefully had
had
a
a
good
great
time.
time. We pre-gamed on the way, on the way down. So you know how
All
that
right.
goes. And
All right.
Dub was fixing that. I don't know, was that vodka or gin? I think it was
Yeah,
vodka and some lemonade. Yeah,
yeah. I
so
like this vodka
it was
called
all
Core
right.
Core Vodka. If y'all ever get a chance to check it
Core
out,
vodka.
KHOR.
I'm gonna have to try that. I ain't never
Okay.
heard of it.
Yeah, man. I actually like it better than, Tito's and all of that.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Well, yeah,
My
like
bad.
I said, Al, man, we went over there and had a good time, me and the boys. So, how was your week, man?
Man, my week was crazy, man. Again with this rain, man. I don't know, man. Is it me or does it seem like it's been raining for damn near a month and a half?
No, that rain is killing everybody, man.
I'm telling you, they playing through other machine.
Yeah, the rain sucks. We don't need it for
Yeah.
right now.
Nah. Uh, so yeah, Dub, man, let's get it going to this free game.
All good, man. All good. I just wanted to share something real simple. I think it is fitting, and hopefully it touches some. So, free game for this week is supporting others' success will never dampen yours.
No doubt.
Okay. That's real right there. Cause like we don't like to support one another
Yeah, and
like
that's
other
that's
people do.
Yeah, and that's it, man. I mean, we everybody know you got to have some support behind you, and sometimes what's involved is like haters. It becomes the word haters. Like if you doing this, or I'm hate on you because you doing it. And no, man, get behind that movement, support them, push them, because eventually, if you pushing, you eventually gonna catch that same wave and do whatever it is that you want to do, and have the same type of support. So. You know, yeah, we can't be haters in this world today, man. We just got to support, especially each other as black men, black women, anything
For
we do.
sure.
No
Well
doubt.
said. Well, man, what's on your mind? I've been seeing where you have I know Al mentioned that like at his job, they giving a incentive for you to get vaccinated. Uh Now I see states are giving away $1 million drawings um, if you get vaccinated, and then I want to say I saw in Houston where they was doing like a $5,000 scholarship if your kids uh, get vaccinated. So what y'all's thought on that?
Al, you want to touch on that?
I touch real quick. I'm like, my thing is if anything is good for you, or I'll just start there. If it's good for you, then why are you giving me incentives to do it? Usually when you get an incentive for something, in my opinion, it's something you really don't want to do, or it's something to try to boost you up to do something that you normally wouldn't do. So when it's something that's good for you, or you shouldn't need any incentive, in my opinion. You should be able to just like we should be running to them for the vaccine. That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah, to me, it sounded a little too much like bribery. I mean, if like you said, if it's something that's good for us or supposed to be helpful, it's I mean, you take it if you want to, and if you feel the need to, and if you don't, then you don't. That's just your choice. It shouldn't make you any worse of a person or not feel not included if you don't take it. But it just sounds too much like bribery, which usually means there's some type of agenda trying to be pushed.
Yeah, Adric, man, what's up, man? We appreciate you tuning in. Uh, I agree with y'all. It's just a way to get people who uh, love money to try to, get them to get vaccinated. You got to start putting your health and well, first off, let me just say, if you want to take the vaccine, that's fine, but at least do some research on it and understand, what you're putting in your body. And if you want to go that route, that's that's your choice. But don't let some money or a chance to win some money will make you make that decision. Take your time and research it. So, man, it's all good
But the
to
thing
jump
is,
in these
man,
topics.
and the
Oh, go
thing is,
ahead.
man, no, I was just gonna say, a lot of people still are under the impression that if you get vaccinated, that you can't get this virus. It's not that you can't get the virus. You can get it. It just helps with the severity of what the effects would be. And so that's why I was like, man, why do you keep pushing this? And we know, I mean, studies have shown it. It doesn't it doesn't prevent the virus. It just helps bring down the effects that go along with it. So that's why I was like, man, this just sounds like bribery to push some kind of agenda.
Right,
Yeah, but
right.
Y'all
And they
moving to
talking
the
about
topic, too?
somebody,
yeah, we'll move on to
huh?
the topics.
Before y'all move to the
Yeah.
topic, let's switch gears a little bit. I wanted to ask y'all, have y'all heard about this story, man? It's crazy. Some chick got, and it's like in the Galleria area. I want to say Richmond and Sage. Group of girls got into it, another group of girls, and this one chick in the car, man, she just went loose and started trying to run over people. Literally ran over this girl. Damn near
Hmm.
killed her. This
When
happened
this
a couple of
happened?
nights back. I
Hmm.
want to say, I want to say Saturday night. No, probably Friday night. I want to say, and
Wow.
they had some drinks. It was some of her friends' party, I think. Long story short, there was an altercation. Black chicks, all of them black. They this one chick get in the car, man, and they got her on video trying to run people over. So they see her, she get out, she exits Sage and turn around. So everybody moving away with this one girl. So they like thinking, oh, she ain't gonna run over. Dude, she floored it and ran her
Ooh.
smooth over, dog. She got broken, you know, facial fractions and all kinds. She lived to tell it, but man, if you see that video, dog, when they hit her, it knocked out. She just went limp. Like it was crazy.
Wow.
This in the Galleria area.
Mm.
Oh man, that's tough.
What they
You
was
get a
sipping
chance, pull it
on?
up, man. Pull it up. That's crazy.
Did they say what was it what the argument was about? Or
They really didn't go into it. They're doing some investigating, but I think there was some little small altercation that started inside of the little bar they was at, and it escalated outside, and you know how that go.
Man, honestly, it don't even matter what it was about. Like I mean, that's to the extreme right there. Man, you take it and just blatantly about to hit this person.
Yeah, you got to pull it up, man, because I
That's
think they
rough.
still looking for the chick right now. Like the girl was like literally ran her over. Seriously.
That's tough, man.
you
I said that
know,
cruel intentions there, boy.
last week when I told y'all I was like, we had went by Prospect Park and man, it was packed. It was packed, and so we passed up Prospect Park and we made a left right on side of it, and they got some little spots where you can park. They pay
Hmm.
for park and pay, and it was a group of chicks walking, and this guy comes in the middle of the road and just parks to holler at the chicks. So it's a line coming like that, and then he in the middle, so I had to stop.
Wow.
Now I could have been ignorant, blew the horn, or hey nigga, what you doing? But man, you just don't know what's on these people's mind nowadays. So I let him shoot his shot with the women and do everything he had to do, and he got back in line, and we moved on. So that's one thing about, and I know I don't live in the city like you and like Al and Jason do, but I just be a little uh you gotta be a little keep your head on the swivel and just understand your surroundings because man nowadays men or women will act you don't know what they'll do.
Real
Yeah,
talk.
it's dangerous, man. It's dangerous.
Anything on your mind, Dub? I'm sorry, I had talking about going to the topics and then go around the horn.
No, 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 nothing on my mind right now. Shoot, I'm still kind of coming down off that natural high. I'm good right now.
Okay, okay. Well, it's graduation season, and I had my niece graduated. A couple of my wife's people graduated, so I've written a few cards, and it got me thinking about what I would have told myself when I graduated if I can go back and speak some wisdom to myself. So I jotted down that you should have your goals in mind that you want to accomplish. Take this time serious because time will go fast. Like when we young, we don't look at it. But now that I'm 37, I can see from 18 to 37, it went like a blink of an eye. So make sure that you really take this time and do what you're supposed to do. So this is the time to shape your future where you can be successful or not. You know, if you handle your business right now, you can set yourself up for life. Or if you don't, you can struggle or have to go through obstacles that you didn't have to do if you could have just had yourself together. Um, Learn how you can learn and network with as many people as possible because shit, you just never know who you come up on that can help you out. Focus on getting your stuff done and do not be concerned with being in a relationship right now. You know, I think a lot of times you feel like you're in love and then you might put your stuff on the back burner for your partner or whatever. And a lot of times those relationships don't even work out. But you're still so young. And then always believe in yourself because if you don't, nobody will.
That's good. That's good. Good stuff right there, man. I'll I'll say I never really thought about asking myself that question. I hear people say it. I've heard it on topics, different things, but when you start putting things in perspective and really stop, I know when this topic was presented and look back, you're like, dang, look at all the time I wasted. Look at all of opportunities I've, you know, didn't take care of or take advantage of. And look at all the money that I, have wasted and just blown. So if I had to look at it and tell myself, I would say that, similar to what you were saying as well, T, make sure that you focus on your goals. Set those goals, stick to those goals, and don't let anything that you can't control, that you can control, get you off from that. I would say meditate so that you can stay calm enough to see what it is you need to do, where you're going. Network, like you said, relationships are everything. It almost goes back to like support. Your relationships and your network are what helps make you who you are. And another thing I would say is be patient. And when I say be patient, don't get in such a hurry to think that it has to happen right now. Like whether you go, it's everything takes work. You appreciate the process of what you're gonna do and where you're trying to go to, and just stay committed to yourself. Like you say, there's gonna be many distractions that'll come up in your life. Just stay committed to yourself and what it is that you want to do. Don't let the outside distraction, all of friends, girlfriends, boyfriends, or whatever, get in the way of what it is that you want to do. And my last thing is, give of time, give of money if you can. When I say that, to help somebody else, mentor somebody else, whatever it may be, give that time because it's only going to help you as you become more mature in what it is you do in your career or your life or your business. So a great topic, and that's something that I think we probably can ask ourselves on an ongoing basis.
Yes, sir. I think y'all made a lot of great points. I agree with a lot of things y'all said. I think the only thing I would add is stay in your lane, man. And what I mean by that is don't struggle trying to keep up with the Joneses. The ones that's really living like that because they got that money to do different things that you're not able to do. You can't afford to do. I'm not talking about the ones that's doing the capping, that's posting other people's rides and wearing other people's clothes and saying it's theirs and taking pictures in front of cars that's rented. I'm not talking about them cats that's capping. I'm talking about people that's really living and really got money. You know, that's cool. But don't try to keep up with them and struggle. On the other side of it, if you're doing pretty good for yourself, don't stoop down to someone's level either. Just because they're not as fortunate. I mean, you can help try to uplift them and give them some pointers, but don't live below your means either, where you just shortchanging yourself. You go somewhere at a nice restaurant, but you order an appetizer instead of entree because you don't want to spend too much. You shortchanging yourself. So, stay in your lane. And last but not least, what I mean by stay in your lane, you don't have to follow your mother or your father's footsteps in the sense of that's a problem with a lot of celebrities, whether they're pro athletes or singers. Their sons and daughters feel like they have to be singers or they have to be a basketball player, football player. So,
Great,
for
great
example,
point.
Kobe, that's my guy. So, well, he happened to have daughters. That's another story. But say he had a son or his daughter. I wouldn't force her to just be a basketball player because I'm one. Let her do what she do. So that's what I mean by stay in your lane as well. Let your children be who they are. They don't have to be always in your shadow because sometimes that's stressful within itself. That's all I gotta say.
Some good points, man.
Yeah, that's great points, man. Because I think sometimes when you're young like that, and especially if you leave the house, some kids will try to fit in. So staying in your lane is important because trying to fit in can get you in trouble. So Doug, man, I hate to put you on the spot, but
Oh
uh,
no, we good.
I know your daughter has a boyfriend, and they both graduated. So how do you, because I mentioned about relationships, and it can be helpful or it can bring you down. Uh,
hmm
so how do you address that with her? You know,
Well, I tell her, I told them both, honestly. Well, first of all, I'll just preface this. He's not a bad kid. He's very respectable. He's a kid still. He doesn't act like he's trying to be what the typical 16 to 18-year-old male tip can do and be. So that the part with to be able to communicate with him is a lot easier. Now, what I tell my daughter and what I tell them both is, y'all's life is your own life. You guys aren't in any type of position to take care of yourself, you're in any type of position to make these type of change, the commitments and stuff to the point to where you have your own future ahead of you. You don't have time. If the relationship is meant to be, it's gonna be. That means if he's going off to his school, she's going off to her school, focus on you. Now is not the time to get caught up in that. Y'all go. The crazy thing is y'all gonna end up meeting more people. You're gonna have experiences that the other person may not have, or both of you will have different experiences. You got to focus on you regardless of what's going on. And I think it's been more of a challenge with my daughter sometimes because I think she sees everything else going on, or sometimes when other people are doing stuff, and I just bring it back to you focus on what you want to do, and like you can't worry about any outside distractions. So um, it's hard, but it's more so the goals, putting you some goals down, understanding your morals, your values, having morals and values that you're gonna stand on and stick to, and don't lose that. You'll make your mistakes, you'll do this, you do that, but don't get caught up in uh, everything being about a relationship that causes you not to succeed in what it is you want to do.
that's great advice. Great advice because I've been seeing where it was just a rapper. I think he was like 20 years old. Man, I forgot his name. They got so many little rappers nowadays, but Lil Loaded. That's a hell of a name right there, but that was his name, Lil Loaded.
Wow.
and he was 20 years old, had a little problem with his girlfriend, killed himself. And man, you only 20 years old, you know. I understand you in love, but there's so many. You got so much life to live. So I think what you said was important right there.
Yeah, man. When it
Oh,
get to people taking their life, that's man, you got so much still to live for. The last thing I'd want to do is end my life off of love. Not, you know what I'm saying? Not saying that you love doesn't matter, but let me get to the point that maybe if pressure build up so bad where like you can't get these jobs, or people suffering, and I'm a part of this suffering, or I done tried 10 different times and failed 11. That's the part of
right.
that sucks. It's because love is what everything this things are supposed to be about, regardless of if they don't get along or not. Is we got to love each other, because again, I don't know. I'm just rambling, man. My bad. I'll go ahead and give that up to Al.
You, you good? Uh, you are listening to the Sip Slow podcast. Do men really listen to our wife or girlfriend? Uh, we hear them, and hearing and listening is two different things, you know. So your wife or your girlfriend could be, or your old lady, whatever you want to say, could be talking to you, and it's kind of going in one and out the other. Whereas listening is sitting down, being attentive, not distracted by your phone and other things, and really taking in what she's saying and processing it. But I think that men are just naturally, we want to take care of our family, and we feel like we know what's best for us and them. So but I do feel like we do need to listen to our women more. So what's y'all thoughts?
Well, I don't know, Al. You want a piece of that? Okay. Well, my thing is this. There's gonna be times when, and I understand completely what you're talking about. So we hear, and then sometimes we listen. Uh, it all depends on the approach with me. If I'm gonna listen or I'm gonna actually hear you. And I think hearing is
That's
when
true.
you know your significant other, and when they're coming from a an aspect of like, hey, this is really what's on my mind, this is what's bothering me, or this is what I think we can do, or how we can move forward better, or these are my goals, these are my plans. You can tell a difference. Those things like that, I'm going to listen to. Sometimes when your spouse, your significant other, depending on what that person always kind of puts out, then most of the time you may just hear them, because this is like, okay, well, let me just let you get whatever it is off your chest, and maybe you just want to get some things off your chest. But I think the part that for myself is, I'm going to listen when I know it's really coming from a place where you've thought about this, it's making sense for our family, it's making sense for you, your career, whatever the case may be. I'm more prone to really listen. Hearing is when it's just, again, you just have to know a difference between hearing and listening, and then who your significant other is, who they are as a person, because it's a lot of times they can bullshit all these different things, but listening is when that person has it's with purpose. I'll just say that much.
Yeah, Crystal put sincerity, uh, and I agree with that also, because like you said, Jason, man, the approach, approach that's big. If the approach is nice and smooth, I think you got a better chance of getting your point across, and that goes for men and women. If I'm talking to my wife, my approach got to be right also. But man, when that approach is not right, goddamn, all hell can break loose. So
Yeah,
I agree 100% with that.
yeah, it's tough,
I don't
man,
know
but
if
it's
Al,
No, it's not much to say on that. I
I
mean, I
don't know
think
if
you guys
Al can
kind
hear me. Okay,
yeah,
of,
he there.
yeah. I can hear me.
Yeah.
yeah, we good.
Okay, yeah, it's not much I can add to that, but same thing like you say, the approach or the delivery, if you will. Now, when you say girlfriend, when I was, dating girlfriend, I didn't listen at all. I mean, I heard them, but like he explained, hearing and listening is two totally different things. So, I heard them, but it was a lot of blah blah blah. But when I settled down, and, got married, I had to learn that it's a little different now. You got to start listening. But great point on that, on the approach, slash delivery. It's the way you bring something to someone, and that's the man to the woman or the woman to the man. So again, I can't say much more than what y'all said. I wholeheartedly agree because you may be saying a lot of things that make sense, but your delivery is messed up. So I'm not listening to you. I'm barely hearing you.
Hmm.
So that's all I have to say on that.
And
That
I
one thing I do think. Oh, go ahead.
no, go ahead, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think one thing we miss a lot of times, and this is male and female, is sometimes the significant the opposite will tell you things that maybe they need, and you kind of have to listen a little bit more carefully. They'll try to tell you things and like that what they want, what they need, and I think through the listening and hearing, we miss a lot of signs as well of maybe what that person is crying out for or asking for. But again, that's why like I said, it's all about approach. And you know, again, none of us are mind readers, male or female, and not everybody wants that just blatant, direct. Hey, this is what it is. Why why this ain't this, or but have it's just conversational. And so uh, I think that the hearing and listening is true, but I think it also can hurt us too because sometimes we may hear certain things and just not listen to things that somebody may be crying out for or asking for. So it's kind of hard to decipher in there. Not easy.
Yeah, that's a great point because I feel like the woman is telling you whatever's on her mind. You know what I mean? And you gotta listen and start having sense to just pick it up. You know, she might want a back rub. She might have conveyed that to you. Or she might have just said, "I need affection," or might just come and hug on you. She might probably want that done to her. You know what I mean? So sometimes it's not all verbal. It's the way they do things. So we just need to be on our game on all levels to understand, and then I think that'll make the relationship a whole lot better if we just can listen and take what they're saying. Uh, I think women are wise, and sometimes we just manly just don't. You might even be telling you the truth. You just don't want to hear it. That's one thing that when you're in a relationship, hearing somebody tell you something about you that you don't want to hear, but it is the truth. Sometimes it's hard to just receive that, and when we got to get over it. If it's the truth, it's the truth, and if it's going to make the situation better, uh, it is what it is. So, Adric say, "Be quick to listen and slow to speak." That's
Yes,
words to
sir.
live by.
That's true. We got two
I
ears and
agree.
one mouth.
Come on.
I probably
Real
missed the
Uh,
talk.
sign. I probably
well,
missed the sign this morning. My wife was like, you wanna help me cook breakfast?" I said, "No, I cooked yesterday, clean." I was like,
right.
"No," but she may have wanted to just spend some time in the kitchen and together. I don't at this point I don't care. But no, I wasn't going in there and cook nothing. So those are the things we have to just. I mean, that's the point where you take it how you want or not. You know, it, it's just one of them things.
You heard her. You listened, but you made your own
Yeah,
choice.
I did both because my mind was made up.
Right. But I think she wanted you to help though. You know what I mean?
Hey man, last night I was about to go in the house. We sitting out there under the tent in the rain. I was like, I'm finna go. And she was like, oh, let's just sit out here. So I was still trying to head in that house, and I turned around. We sat back down. We sat out there about an hour just talking. So
Okay.
I got it right one time maybe,
Right.
but this morning I didn't get.
Hey, you gonna do you this morning. I feel you.
Yes, yes, sir.
Well, you are listening to the Sip Slow podcast. Should the cashier that called the police on George Floyd feel guilty? Al put a article in the chat. So, what you think of that? Was an interesting article too. But what you think about that, Al?
Just real quick, I'm gonna say no, he shouldn't feel guilty, and we'll let everybody speak and then give their piece on it. But I'm gonna say nah, he shouldn't feel guilty for calling the police on George Floyd. He shouldn't.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, but I understand.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, personally, he probably, after all of this happened, he probably feels a little bit guilty behind it. But he, him calling on it is not the cause of this man's death. He was actually just doing his job. That's part of him as a cashier. He's supposed to check money. I mean, they do it everywhere. Um, it ain't his fault of what took place out there. But no, I don't agree this man should feel guilty, and I don't feel that nobody has a right to even come at him like that to make him feel anymore. Because this man witnessed death that started from an interaction with him. You never know what that may do to him emotionally down the line and what he could do to himself, and that's not what we want. So I think he was fine for what he did, but I don't think people should throw stones at him.
Yeah.
Well
Uh,
said, man. There's not too much I can add on that. I mean, like you say, it's his job, and had the police did what they were, well, let's just go back. It's his job to do what he did, right? Now,
Yeah,
had the police done their jobs, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now, right?
you're absolutely right.
You see what I'm saying? So it's not that man's fault. That man did what he's supposed to do. Now, what transpired after that, we all know is, a tragedy. And it hurt him. I mean, that article's a real good read, man. You need to check it out. But yeah, he actually went back, afterwards and took a picture back where, George Floyd actually passed and posted that as well. And he just, when he testified, he was saying he let a load off him because he'd been feeling so much guilt all this time. But now he realizes it truly wasn't his fault that this man was murdered. He just done his job. So it's like I said, I can't add too much more to that because then I'll just be repeating everything you saying. But nah, I don't feel like he should be guilty.
Yeah, he needs support right now. I mean, I'm not saying. I bet he did have a good feeling of getting that off his chest in court because now you done heard my side, but then he still has to live with it. I don't know. Does he still work
right.
at that place? Does he live in there? He have to keep walking by that area or drive by that area. He needs support right now. So tough. I'll say, cops, if they had done their job, none of this would be happening.
Real talk.
Real talk, man. But I feel for the brother to have to go through, you know, all of that trauma because like in that article say he went out there and he was pacing around when the officer had his knee on George Floyd and I'm sure he was like, damn man, I didn't even have to call the cops, so like you say, Dub, yeah, the brother needs some support but nah, he shouldn't feel guilty. just one of those things, man. You got to do your job because you got to put food on your family. Food for your family, make you some money, and just a sad situation that happened. So
Yeah,
you
I'm
all
glad you
listening
brought
to the
that one up.
Sip So? Oh, come on, yeah,
No, I was
yeah.
just
It
gonna
was a
say, I'm glad you brought
good
that up, man.
article I put in there.
No doubt, no doubt. Appreciate it.
You all listening to the Sip Slow podcast. Man, what happened to them Lakers?
Man, what happens to them Lakers is the Suns. No, but I ain't gonna make no excuses, man, because I know a lot of us can do that and just go in and talk about how AD got hurt and all that. But no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna take the high road and call it what it is. The Suns outplayed them. I mean, even when they had AD, they were struggling. So we're just gonna leave it right there. Hey, the Suns deserve to move on to the next round. The Lakers loss is unfortunate. I'm a Lakers fan, but I don't make excuses. We're gonna take that L.
Mm. Well, have you had a lot of people text you or that they
Um,
lost came at you?
man, they coming for my throat, man. If I kept my ring on, I wouldn't be able to sleep at night, man. They'd be waking me and my son up, but I just turn the ring off and let them have fun, and I'll address it when I get with them the next day, But hey, what else do you want me to say? They lost. You want me to make excuses? I'm not gonna do
Mm.
I mean, you
Well,
got to stand on the fact that, like, hey, you know what? We just won last year, and prior to that, when had the Lakers won? So
it. Right.
give us a break. We still got to get some rebuilding and some things situated. But I know the hype that comes around with LA and the Lakers. So I'm glad you took it like a man.
That's it,
yeah,
man. That's all you can do.
you
What,
got
what were your
to
thoughts on it, T? I know that's not. I know you're not a Lakers fan. However, I do know you're a LeBron fan. What were your thoughts on that Lakers loss?
Oh man, I was surprised that they lost to the Suns. Maybe that's just ignorance on my part, but I just think the injuries. I know that might sound like an excuse, but I don't think LeBron was all the way healthy, and we know AD wasn't. So just one of those things, man. But I was surprised. I thought LeBron, being LeBron, could have at least got him to beat the Suns. Uh, and I don't know, but people might try to make a big deal about this for us his legacy or whatever. So I was surprised.
I don't think it should have anything to do with his legacy. I personally don't think so. I think what it showed was that if you got your two-star players that are not on top of things or injured, it just shows how the rest of the players get their motivation up to play. Look like they won't get their motivation up to play and play hard unless they got that. It's almost like having, you kind of the idea of as a kid, you got an older brother and you younger and you go and somebody picking on you or whatever, and y'all fight or whatever, you got more confidence to go fight that person because you got your older brother behind you or your bigger brother kind of situation. And I think the rest of the supporting cast on the Lakers kind of plays when they know they got AD and LeBron 100% going, their game steps up completely different. They have a different type of confidence. Now, I think going into this Suns series, it didn't. They knew they didn't have that support like that, and or at least when AD went down, and then they just kind of shied away and didn't have as much confidence in their play because it just looked inconsistent for them. We knew they couldn't shoot that well, but the Lakers played much better ball than what they showed in this series uh, throughout the season.
Y'all
Well,
both
I
making some
think
great points, man. But I can't let y'all just. And I'm not saying y'all are, but it almost come off like we make an excuse for the Lakers. Let's just give
Oh
shouts
no, I
out to
ain't
the
making no
Suns,
excuse.
man. Because I mean, by them not being healthy, that really ain't got nothing to do with Booker putting up 47. I mean, that ain't got nothing to do with that. That ain't. That's
Oh
not
no,
80.
that
That
wasn't no
wasn't 80s
excuse
or
for your
LeBron's
Lakers.
man. You know what I mean? So he just was killing Wesley Matthews. But come on, we talking about Wesley Matthews, but that's another story. But yeah, you know.
Well,
No, that
I
was
just
no excuse for him. That was
think
just what I saw.
Oh, okay,
I think
okay.
their team was just wasn't as good, you know, and they just was running off the name of Lakers, you know, and LeBron there, but I just think they wasn't as good, man.
You
I
said
think
that
they
they,
lost a few pieces.
you called that in the beginning of the season. I got to give you a shot on that, T, because I was like, man, you crazy. You called it. You said they wasn't the same team, and everybody amped up because LeBron. We know who LeBron is. We know AD, but you say you need some more role players, and when they lost Rondo, it's gonna hurt. And I didn't want to listen to you, but salute, man. You're right. That's
Appreciate it.
exactly what it was.
Yes, sir. Did y'all watch that Bucks and Nets game yesterday?
I watched a little of
Yeah,
it.
I
yeah,
know
man.
me and Dub watched it.
So what
Man,
y'all
them
think? Is
good.
it too much KD or what? What y'all thinking?
I think they had a good. I think the whole team played good. You know, whenever Blake Griffin giving you 18 and 14, man, it's gonna be hard to beat them. You know, and he was shooting the three ball pretty good last night. So I think it's gonna be hard to beat the Nets. That was without James Harden. So
Yeah, I think it's
I
still gonna be a good series though.
Hey, can I ask y'all a question? I missed the first half, but I noticed when I watched second half, Harden wasn't there. What actually happened to Harden?
hamstring. He played like what 40 seconds.
Yeah.
40
That
seconds.
was,
Well, maybe
yeah,
like he didn't play long at all. Less than 5
yeah.
minutes for sure.
No, it
Wow.
was they
They played
had
15
12-minute
minutes or
quarters.
12 minutes. Yeah, he only played like you right,
It
20
was
some
like
seconds.
11. Yeah, it was.
Okay,
Yeah,
so basically they did beat the Bucks without Harden, technically.
Ain't no technically they
no,
did.
yeah, they
They
did.
got him.
Okay, I just thought maybe Harden, went out late in the second quarter. They were already up by 15, 20, and they just coast. That's what I thought.
Nah, nah. It was a pretty tight game
Yeah.
up until in like middle of the third, fourth quarter. Uh, it just a lot of firepower, man, and it's just gonna be hard. You're gonna have to play some hell of a D or try to outscore them. And
Good luck with
You
that.
bet. Yeah.
right,
Yeah, they was clicking on all cylinders last night, and then they didn't even play that well. They still missed a whole lot of shots, but they hard to stop, man, offensively.
and they had some people off the bench that came in
No.
that helped out. So
The little dude, James, I don't know him. I don't know him like
yeah,
that, but Mike
A little
James
light
or whatever.
skinned cat.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then they
He
were
had
playing a little
nice.
defense. I didn't know Brooklyn played defense. They were blocking shots and everything.
It's gonna be a tough out to get them out of there, man.
Yes, sir.
Are y'all gonna check out Floyd Mayweather today or tonight?
Yeah, you're gonna watch it. See what he got going. I know it's just gonna be a joke, but that boy hadn't he already made like 30 million
Out this?
already ahead of the fight start? Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised, but Chad
Man,
Johnson gonna fight on the undercard.
that's what
Yeah,
I'm
I
more
saw
interested
that.
to watch. I'm
Yeah,
more
that'd be a
interested
boy
to
better
watch
watch.
that.
Yeah. I ain't gonna watch this Roy Jones. Floyd Mayweather. I'm not gonna watch that. That's just a waste of my time.
If I can catch it free somewhere, I might check it out.
See if I can stream it for y'all boys some kind of way.
Who y'all
What
got?
time that start?
I had no idea. I'm gonna have to
Okay.
ask the kids.
Who y'all got to win it though? I'm just curious on this.
I know I'm gonna go with Floyd because that would be crazy if he lost to this guy.
Okay.
Man, yeah, if he lose this, yeah, I'm a roll with Floyd too.
Okay, we all agree.
If he lose this fight, then I'm a know he retarded. You don't get it. You don't have the prestige that you have, and then go in there and whether purposely or whatever and lose this fight.
Nah,
I
I don't see it, man.
and I was getting a shout out to Homer for listening to us, man. We appreciate you joining us, man. But I I be getting those Logan guys mixed up. I thought he was fighting the cat that knocked out Nate Robinson, but he's fighting the brother. So
Yeah, I didn't
I
Okay.
know.
don't know nothing about him.
Wait a minute. So
I
you
didn't.
enlightened me. I thought it was the same guy.
I didn't know it was two of them either, man.
Yeah, it's Logan and Jake. Logan and
Hey,
Jake Paul.
I'm glad you told me that because I swear I thought it was the dude that knocked out Nate. That's what I thought.
Unless I'm wrong, but
I think the
I
better
think I'm
fight to be.
wrong.
I think a better fight than with this mess is just let them fight against each other. Logan versus Jake.
Yeah, you ain't lied.
No, I just thought because I overheard someone saying a YouTube sensation, and I thought the one that fought, you know, Lil Nate was a YouTuber. That's what I thought. But like I said, I don't keep up with that, so don't listen to me, man.
Yeah, it was Jake Paul knocked out Nate, and Logan Paul is gonna fight Mayweather. So I think both of them are YouTube stars or whatever. So I don't know nothing about this Logan Paul character.
Well,
So
I'm gonna ride with Homer, man. Homer said money team, so it don't matter if it's Jake, Logan, or Jake and Logan. We gonna ride with the money team.
Yeah,
for sure,
that's a
for
done
sure,
deal.
man. So
Done
fellas,
deal.
man, um, what did you learn today?
Man, I learned that, you know what? I better start listening a little bit more than I hear.
Right. Okay. Well, I learned today that even in the Galleria area, shit can pop off. So gotta keep your head on the swivel, man.
Real talk, real talk. And I guess y'all see how excited I was when T said it. So what I learned, and that's two damn Pauls. There's a Jake and a Logan. That
Yeah,
threw me
man.
off, man. I thought these Heineken was starting to hit me a little bit.
Yes, two paws, man. Like
Man. All right, I
Dang,
need to
that's
up
I
my
can't.
game
crazy.
then. See, I need to pay attention. I didn't know that.
Yeah, two
That's
paws,
crazy.
man. So we'll see what happens, man. If Floyd lose, that's ooh, he ain't gonna live that down. So we'll see. But
Told you
man,
that boy.
uh, listen to us on Spotify. If you don't catch this live, we on all the streaming services. Check us out on YouTube also to watch the replay. And anything you guys got before we get out of here, Dub and Al?
No, I mean, I just, like I said, I'm happy. Got a chance to, witness my daughter get a chance to walk across the stage and then turn 18, and so thankful for all of that and what's going on next for that. So I appreciate it. I appreciate it, and my brother getting a chance to come hang out yesterday.
For sure.
Real talk, real talk. So again, I already said congratulations again to your daughter for graduating.
Oh, you good, man?
Uh, Happy birthday to her. And I see you raising her well. You said she has a level-headed boyfriend, if you will. He's not one of these hard heads, and
Nah,
that's good. And you know why he's doing it? Because he see her father is in her life. Don't get it twisted. He see. So that's what's up.
appreciate that. Yeah, yeah.
And I met his father and mother, and man, we all had some great conversation last night. So I think he's raised by some good parents himself. So man, but shout out to the listeners, and shout out to Dub inviting me, and we had a great time yesterday, and we just wish the best for my niece that continue blessings, as she go on her journey in life. And man, as always, you could have been anywhere in the world, man, but you here with us, and we gonna sip slow. We gonna live fast.